The three different roles are categorized into the learner, the overachiever, and the slacker. These three roles shape the experiences and the overall academic success of ongoing college students. By knowing the category of mindsets they fall under, college students can make decisions better suited towards their strengths and weaknesses, and can enjoy greater success in both academics and in their personal lives. This podcast will give you a real unfiltered version of what college life is really all about. To begin our podcast, we now welcome three guest speakers who are currently attending St. John's Junior College, who will help us analyze and understand these three different roles. It's nice to see you today.
Nice to be here.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Great. So today we'll just be having you answer some few questions on our podcast. Feel free to give your honest opinion today.
Alright.
Okay, Julian. So today we will be analyzing different roles that college students play. So these questions will help me analyze and understand that which role you think you need to play. So let's start with the first question. What is your reason for going to college?
My reason for going to college is just to get the best opportunity to get a high-paying job and make my parents proud, make myself proud, and just be successful in life to be on the top.
That's a great way to put it, Julian. So another question I'd like to ask you: how well do you believe you're doing in college, academically and socially?
Well, socially is irrelevant to me. Academically, I'm on top of all my classes. I have a 4.0, and I plan to keep it that way. So the social part really and truly doesn't matter. I think I'm doing great in college.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. So is there any form of pressure you believe you go under? There's an essay by William Zenser known as College Pressures, which categorizes these type of pressures known as the economic pressure, the parental pressure, the self-induced pressure, and the peer pressure. Do you believe you're facing any one of these pressures currently?
I would say self-induced, and I have very high expectations for myself. I expect to be number one all the time. So I'm always pressuring myself to put extra hours in studying, reading, and to always get 100 on my test, my quiz, whatever it is.
So you believe this is a good mentality to carry into college?
I think it's the best mentality.
Lastly, I have one more question for you. By carrying this type of mindset, what would you recommend to other students who have struggled with reaching this standard in academic success?
I would say cut back on social life and their habits and spend more time studying. Although I wouldn't recommend people to copy the way I approach college, and definitely keep some of your social life. I do it to an extreme, I don't have any, but that won't work for everyone. So I think most people should spend more time studying.
Thank you for sharing today. I hope to see you again soon. I'm glad to have you here today. Hi, Kaden. Nice to see you today.
Too.
How are you feeling today, Kaden?
I'm a bit tired, honestly.
How comes?
I had to take out time to come. To interviews.
Okay, so we'll make this a brief interview. Okay, so let's start with our first question. What is your reason for currently being in college?
Well, the truth is, I don't know when I'm going to college. I'm just going because, well, the world doesn't tell me, truthfully, and that's the honest truth.
So in some way you feel obligated.
Somewhat, yeah, you can say that.
Okay, so how would you say you're doing in college currently?
Okay, well, socially, of course, I'm doing phenomenal. However, academically, you can say I'm making it by. I'm making it by.
Can you give an example? What's a challenge you face academically?
Well, truthfully, I have the biggest enemy of all, and I'd say that's procrastination. I always put off work until the day before the due date because I'd rather go out and have fun than stay home and stress myself over work. That won't bring me happiness or definitely won't bring me any enjoyment at all.
That's
So
understandable. Everyone has different priorities in school. Another question I'd like to ask you. By carrying this mindset that you have, what kind of future decisions do you think you can improve to have a more successful college experience?
okay, well, given the person I am, I think I could definitely stop procrastinating as much. Moreover, I think I could give up sadly going out sometimes with my friends, and getting my work done a little bit before the due date so that whenever I reach the due date, my work is already done, and if anything new comes up, I can go. I think definitely it could be something I do differently,
Lastly, I'd like to ask you one more question.
Okay.
So there's a famous essay from William Zenser, which is known as College Pressures. He categorizes these pressures into 4 different categories, which is the economical pressure, the parental pressure, the self-induced pressure, and the peer pressure. What type of pressure do you believe that you are currently undergoing as a college student?
I think I'm under peer pressure mostly. given the fact that, well, whenever I do get work in the classroom from, any subject teacher, I see my friends, some are putting in that effort, making me want to. However, I just can't find it or find that meeting point, as I said earlier, where I could basically do good in school and also still have time for whatever it is that I want to do. So yes, I would definitely say it's peer pressure. That's the main pressure that I think I face as a college student, definitely.
Okay, good. I totally understand your perspective, and I know there's a lot of our audience that probably faces the same struggle as you. Thank you for sharing today, Kaden, and hopefully that your perspective can give some insight on people ongoing the same struggle as you.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Kaden. Okay, now we welcome our final guest speaker for today, Philip Willoughby. Welcome, Philip. Hey, Philip. It's nice to see you today. So, our first question of the day: what is your reason for going to college?
My reason to go into college is because I want to fully learn psychology to help get a better understanding of human behavior and to help people with lives.
That's great, Philip. So in some way, you've already planned out your career and your future.
Yes.
Okay, so how would you say you're doing in college academically and socially as of right now?
I think I'm balancing both aspects pretty well. I don't strive to do perfectly or exceptionally in academic wise, and I try to hang out or socialize also.
So last one I'd like to ask you, by carrying this type of mindset, what kind of future decisions do you think you can improve to have a more successful college experience and a successful career?
I can just focus on basically expanding what I really want to accomplish in life, like find a suitable job that's for me personally.
Thank you for sharing today and coming on my podcast. I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Philip. Okay, so that wraps up today's episode of the Educational Analysis. Everyone that came in had their good and their bad traits, but what really tied in together is that they just wanted the best for themselves. They were aware of the mistakes and what they could improve, but regardless of that, they know that they can do better, and some of them have already met their expectations and believe that they're at a good standard, and that's why we brought this podcast today. Do you believe that you are the learner, the slacker, or the overachiever? Can you relate to any of these categories that were talked about today? Did it help your perspective change in any way? By understanding the role and the mindset that you carry as an ongoing college student, you can shape your academic experience and success and be able to understand yourself more. Lastly, you can be able to have a great college experience and within the 2 years, get great results.